Hello, mis cielitos. Hope that you are all doing well. This is going to be an incredibly short stream. Basically, I'm just, much like I did on Twitch a while ago, just wanted to make sure that everything is working hunky-dory here. I do have a small update as to the entire situation with my apartment. So, unfortunately, things are not looking super great. I first contacted, well, let me get the exact dates. So yeah, I first contacted my landlord about this back in early October, and then they came over for a while in early November and just looked at everything, and he had explained to me about what he would need to do in order to get the apartment grounded. And I had asked myself, okay, well, you describing that to me makes it sound like it will be kind of intrusive for the other tenants. Would that be the case? And he said yes. And I kind of wish I had said, well, I guess that's that. But one thing is that I had also asked him to look at the wiring for everything, because even without the grounding being an issue, the wiring in this apartment is incredibly weak, which, you know, that would be my guess as to why there haven't been problems in the past. But, for example, there is one singular outlet in here that is three-pronged, so I don't need an adapter or anything to be able to connect it there. But if I try to connect, you know, an extension cord or my surge protector in this case, it will power up the surge protector, but not my laptop when I connect it. So definitely won't be able to connect my desktop and the monitors and all that jazz. So I had asked her if she could give me the phone number to the electrician back in late November, and she asked if I planned to go through with, because she had said that she has no interest in doing that update, but if I wanted to, I could go ahead and pay it myself. And I was perfectly willing to do that because the price was only going to be $200, which is quite shocking. So yeah, at first I kind of wanted to contact him to be like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna, if I were to talk to the other tenants and ask them how they feel about this and they gave the go-ahead, would you be able to? And now I just want to ask about the wiring, since it's pretty clear that the landlord doesn't want this to happen at all, period. And my brother sent her a message the other day, and we still haven't heard back. We also have not heard back when he took some pictures and showed that there was some water damage in some of the rooms upstairs. So it's becoming unfortunate. I had talked to him about, you know, okay, so this is kind of my situation. I'm not able to do the things I'd really like to do. Would you be down for moving when our lease is done, which I think we only got for 1 year, so that would be in October. And I mean, understandably, he was reluctant to do that, because except for this one problem, this apartment is great. It's very roomy. It's the perfect location. We can't get a better location. And I would feel very bad about being like, yeah, no, I want to go, when this is not something that I really like make money off of. So I don't know. At this point, I'm thinking of maybe trying to try and save up for a gaming laptop, which means I still won't be able to do as much as I'd like, but it's better than this one I have right now. But it's just a very frustrating situation, because I bought this computer and I've only had it for 1 year, and now I just don't really know what I'm gonna do with it. And it was pretty pricey. I did get some help from Buttons in Dark, but yeah, I saved up quite a lot and paid the lion's share of it. And I don't know. I'm like, do I sell it? Do I gift it to a friend? Do I just hold on to it for maybe somewhere down the line? Maybe hopefully I'll finally get a response. But I think that's kind of what's frustrating me the most, because that's not just a problem for me being able to get back on board to streaming. The water damage is a concern, and even before like we signed the lease and stuff, there was a lot of holdup in communication. And you know, I didn't want to be like, okay, well, this is one instance, that just means that there is not gonna ever be good communication now. But it's been pretty bad. But yes, that's the situation right now. I'd really, really like to be able to get back to returning to MSQ and Final Fantasy XIV. This computer, I went to that website that is able to like check the status of your computer against games and tell you if they're able to run it. And this computer actually failed that test on one of the sections, but I decided to give it a shot anyway. And I can manage on the lowest graphics, but because of that, since I've streamed and recorded everything up until Endwalker, I want to finish up doing that, but obviously I can't record like that. So I haven't really been able to finish MSQ, which I was getting super into. Kudu and I were doing that together privately. I did stop streaming because of, unfortunately, a lot of people were spoiling stuff for me, even when I set it to no chat, moderators only. But it was a lot of fun doing that with Kudu, and then we just had to drop it. But that's more or less an update of what's happening now. Yeah, I kind of feel at a loss, because it feels like if maybe I start going down the route of starting to save up for a gaming laptop, which will be a lot more difficult now that I'm in this apartment and not able to set aside as much every month as I did before. But then, what if we finally get a response and then we're able to get things rolling in regards to grounding the apartment? Then might be the case that I get a laptop for nothing. But you know what? Until then, I'm going to try my very best to make things work with what I have. I've been recording Steins Gate with Binks. That's going well. I've been recording Ace Attorney Investigations 2 with Rosh. That seems to be going well. I'm thinking that maybe I will just start focusing even more on visual novels. I tried to be even between visual novels and retro games in the past. And I'm thinking maybe what I will be doing is that here on YouTube, I will focus on visual novels, and then on Twitch, I will probably do games like Ender Lilies. I need to get off my butt to try and find my USB hub to see if I am able to connect that and then be able to connect my controller and whatnot. See if I can continue Ender Lilies. I feel like that's a game that I should be able to run safely without too much trouble, but it's hard to say for sure. Kudu has suggested that new gacha game that she has been playing, Reverse 1999, so I might give that a shot as well, streaming that. If anyone has any suggestions for some pretty low impact games that they'd like to see me play, then by all means, please do suggest them. I still have the list of suggestions that we've gotten, and I've been looking at some of them to see which would be feasible. I've also been, I finally recorded myself reading the Promised Neverland, which is something that I've been talking about doing for a very long time. I've commissioned an artist to do some sort of talk sprites to be able to do reviews for that. It's probably going to be very messy because this is my first time doing something like this. And since one of the reasons I dragged it out for so much is because, like, okay, I gotta study this. I gotta, look up tutorials or guides or what to try and do this as professionally as possible because I got so fixated on trying to do that, which is not something I was able to do very often since I was just so busy. It's like, well, no, I haven't gotten the art down, so I shouldn't do it until I'm sure it's gonna come out good. And now I'm just like, you know what? If I keep that up, I'm never gonna get it out. So it's literally me just reading out loud, and not that I'm going to just post up the me reading out loud, but the commentary is going to be as I go along, and then at the end I'll just give my thoughts as a whole for the volume. Yeah, that's one thing I'm kind of looking forward to. Maybe starting to. I'm also considering, which I'll probably do a little bit of here, doing just some readings of posts. I'm hoping to, or like memes. I'm hoping to maybe veer on the more wholesome side, since I already know there are a lot of, readings of "Am I the asshole?" or horrific stories. And so I'm hoping maybe to find some more positive stuff. I know that's not as engaging, and maybe there's not enough to commentate on things like that. And I'll delve into the more concerning stories every now and then. But sometimes it's just nice to read something sweet, you know? One channel that I have recently discovered that's been kind of fun is Crispy's Tavern, I believe. Let me make sure that's the name in full. Let's see. All of a sudden, it just started popping up on my recommendations. And of course, now that I'm looking for it, I'm not finding it. Let me just look at my histories. Yeah, Crispy's Tavern, D&D tips and stories. He's always really fun to put in the background. Usually, these stories are, as I said, just big yikes. But he's got some nice ones in there too, and tabletop gaming is something I've been wanting to give a shot again. I always enjoyed it. I've done 3 campaigns in total, all with my friend Kiadane as the DM. Well, 3 complete campaigns, I should say. Then he did one, which out the gate I told him I wouldn't really be able to stay around for the whole thing, but I joined just for like a session or two just to help kick things off. And then there was one other DM that I was kind of with in two very shortish campaigns, as in only did one session for each, and those weren't great. They're actually kind of a sore spot that I don't fully want to get into. Those who know. If anything, I was one of the people least affected by it, which is why I feel a little awkward talking in detail about it. But overall, my experiences have been pretty great because Kiadane is a fantastic DM, but it's a commitment, and it's so funny because we would usually do 3-hour sessions, which for me is like, oh god, I don't have the attention span. I do enjoy this, but this particular brand of sort of, I don't know, engagement is hard for me to stick to. Like there are some things that I can just play for hours and hours on end and be fine, but I guess it's because it requires so much more social battery than other things like playing a video game. And with how busy I was with the channel, especially since that was back in the 4 pixels day where I was doing a lot of editing for myself, Kudo and Kanetsu. It's just, I didn't have the time to continue doing that. But I do miss it, and I do have so many fond memories. I joined very briefly on a campaign being run by Judd, since I was visiting Buttons at the time, and it was a night that they were doing it. I think they can only meet like once a month, or a very limited time. I think it's once a month. So I didn't want them to not be able to participate in that just because I'm there. So I just got invited as a NPC, and it was all out of fun. Though it was also funny because even though I have not played in years, I think the last time I was in a full-length campaign, like the last full-length one I did, was 6-ish years ago. And one of the very first things I did was roll a natural crit, and then I rolled another natural crit later on. It was fun. It was good times. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead. Let me see if I can just boot up a game. See how well that is handled. Just something simple. Let's see. Cook, serve, delicious. Do I have this installed? I do not, but it should not take that long. And it does not require a controller or anything. Yep, there we go, already done. So let's see. I'm just gonna put myself over here. And this is a pretty low-key game, so if I can't handle this, then probably won't be able to handle. Oh god, that's load. God, that wasn't. Hopefully, that wasn't caught on stream. Yeah, it doesn't look like it was. But if I can't run this, then I won't be able to run anything. It's always, then again, it's always hard to know what actually is intensive, because for example, as I mentioned, I can run Final Fantasy XIV on the lowest settings, at least for now. I'm sure once Dawn Trail comes out and the graphics updates happen, I won't be able to do it anymore. But yeah, I was able to run that, but I was not able. Potion craft makes my computer work even harder, and Overcooked 2, nope, nearly destroyed my computer trying to run that. So we'll just do, let's see, we'll just start something new here. Oh, hello, Bellhound. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was checking the chat out on my phone, but it was not showing any of your messages. And now I pull up the dock on OBS and I see all your messages. Coco of the Lake, Silk Song when? Silk Song when I am dead. Silk Song when I am dead and everyone else can enjoy it. The algorithm giveth, the algo taketh away. You stepped away from your longtime college group to make room for more freshmen. These freshmen were 8 when we started. Oh my goodness. Aw. What was your favorite campaign like? No! I think it's because I had the default setting was top messages, and I just changed it to all messages, and then yours appeared on my phone. I'm not sure why top messages would keep yours from being shown when they're the only messages, but apparently that's a thing. But thank you so much for coming. I super appreciate it. Now, let's get... A friend ran a long Planescape campaign. It's still going with that group. What was Planescape like? I only know the game. Is it based on the video game? It's been a while since I've played this. Let's see. Good luck on your opening day. I just wanted to congratulate you on your opening day. It always feels so overwhelming, doesn't it? I know that you have the chops to run a successful business, and hopefully our paths will cross sometime in the future. Drop by the Iron Chef studio sometime and I can get you some audience tickets. Good luck. Chef Risotto, 11-star Iron Chef. Ah, okay. What character do you play in it? Welcome to Sherry Soda email client. This is the quick guide to using the service. The icons on the left on the main menu is new mail. On the top, which lets you glance at the new mail, read mail. All mail opened is automatically sent to this folder, and favorites. You can save up to 15 emails by clicking the heart on the left. Yeah. There are different colors of emails which signify importance. You have yellow emails, very important, green, opportunities and special events, and white from other SS Tower users, some of which can be filtered by buying the spam filter in the equipment menu. Oh, Planescape is for the characters able to traverse them. Huh. So does that mean that is that why it's able to go on for so long? Because like you traverse worlds and do whatever it is that needs saving there. Like, are all people able to traverse worlds in there, or is it just the player characters? What should we buy, Belle? We've got $1,500. Some of these are blocked off to us. Oh, you broke the first world. Is that intentional? Fish. Okay, I'll buy fish. How much is this? That's 1,500. This small catch of the day is fresh from Stinky Creek. Oh, that's appetizing. But don't let the lake name put you off. This little gray fish has enough meat for a nice serving. Just cut off the heads, tail, scale the body, and you're all ready to go. Perfect for restaurants who are just getting into seafood business. And our distribution engineers are working on capturing richer fish to offer in the future. Order today. Yeah, it was not. Okay. Let's get salad as well. So, what else can we get? So we got corn dog, pretzel, beer, soda fountain, ice cream, baked potato, pasta, chicken, or lasagna rather, chicken, wine, pizza, and steak. How much are these? Oh, that's 2,500. That's a lot. 2,200. I mean, we'll probably make it back fairly quickly. Let's get chicken. Well, get 4 for now. These are nice since you don't have menu rot, so... This one also doesn't. But this one does, so we want something, we want one more that we can swap out. Alright, I think that's good to start. Wait, specialty foods. Oh. Okay. So planar travel isn't well known, but at the center is the sigil. The quite literally cosmopolitan city of doors, ruled by the famous Lady of Pain. Okay, okay. How long did your sessions usually go for? Let's see. Whoops. Whoops. Let's see. You weren't too long. Started around noon and finished at 5 p.m. Though starting promptly wasn't often on the menu for college students. Yeah, I played Dave the Diver. It makes sushi actually look tasty. I have not, but now that you mention it, let me. Dave the Diver. Oh, it was. Oh, so it's just basically like a. Ooh. Well, it's casual single-player adventure RPG featuring deep-sea exploration and fishing during the day and sushi restaurant management at night. Oh, that sounds so cute, and it looks so cute. Okay, that's me. Oh, oh, it has seahorse racing. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that one out. Oops. Oh, my fingers. I don't know how people who work in the service industry do it, especially when it comes to restaurants. Ooh. Like, I've known a couple people who have worked in it, and I don't think I've ever met a single one who was like, oh yeah, I loved it. Ooh, that was rough. I think even if I wasn't the chef, having to put out so many orders, if I was just like a waiter or clean, I think the only one that wouldn't stress me out is maybe cleaning. Speaking of which, another thing that just popped up on my recommendations was someone who I think I didn't explore his channel too well, but I saw that he had sort of like commentary and reactions to shows like Kitchen Nightmares and Wife Swap. And the one that appeared to me first was Amy's baking company, which was one that like went viral a couple years back. Did you ever hear about that one or know much about Kitchen Nightmares? And I was like, oh god, yeah, that was a thing that happened, wasn't it? It was like it was like something that a lot of people were talking about for quite a while. And when it comes to Wife Swap, the episode that I just saw the thumbnail. It wasn't with the one. Oh, I don't remember what her name was. That one also went viral, which is where they did. But they were like, yeah, let's just make this as terrible as possible, and found one lady who was unfortunately that particular brand of Christianity where was very not open-minded and swapped her with like a pagan family or something. It's so weird to think about those things that just make me recall moments in my life from so long ago. Alright, we'll just do one more. There hasn't been any like buffering or nothing too bad, I hope. My goodness. Oh god, I've really gotten out of practice. Alrighty, well, everything seems to be going okay. OBS never showed anything about dropped frames to me, so I think I will leave it there. I'm going to go ahead and find a good visual novel, something new to start, and actually, you know what, I might even do a poll about it, just look through my library, see what folks would be interested in seeing. Any day you can walk away from, you know, that's true. Yeah, maybe just toss up a poll on Twitter, pick a couple, and see what folks would be interested in. And that way I can start getting back into the swing of things. Thank you so much, Bellhound, for coming. I super appreciate it. And I hope that you have a lovely time zone. Alright, nighty night.